Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Miss Nagwan Wagdi, and today we're going to explore a fascinating topic, adaptation. But before we dive in, let's talk about the factors that affect the life of living organisms. These factors are shelter, food, and water. Animals and plants adapt or change according to these factors. Let's look at some examples, starting with the camel. The camel lives in the desert, but how does it adapt to its harsh habitat? Well, the camel's body has hairy skin to protect it from the intense heat. Now, let's consider a plant example, the palm tree. Palm trees also grow in the desert. How do they adapt to their environment? They have strong trunks to resist the powerful winds. Additionally, the leaves of palm trees are covered with wax. Why? To protect them from extreme heat. But what about humans? How can we adapt to hot climates? We can use umbrellas in extremely hot weather or wear light clothes to protect ourselves from the heat. Let's look at another desert dweller, the agama lizard. Its habitat is the desert, and it tries to find shaded areas. Why? To protect itself from the heat and keep its body cool. Now, it's important to understand what adaptation really means. Adaptations are characteristics that help living organisms survive and reproduce in their ecosystem. It's crucial to note that adaptation occurs over many generations. We should also know the meaning of ecosystem. An ecosystem is an area where living and non-living organisms interact with each other. Many organisms make adaptations because of climate. Let's consider an interesting example, penguin feet. Penguins live in a cold environment called Antarctica, which is one of the coldest places on Earth. Antarctica is a penguin's habitat. Do you know what a habitat is? A habitat is a place or an environment where plants and animals live. Interestingly, penguins, unlike most birds, can't fly. So how do they survive in such a cold climate? They adapt to their environment. Penguins have a thick layer of fat, and their feet have no feathers. This helps keep their body warm and protects them from the cold. While humans can stand barefoot on ice for even 5 minutes, penguins can walk on ice for a long time or even all the time. How do they do this? The secret lies in the way blood moves through the blood vessels in their feet. Blood vessels carry cold blood from the feet up, while at the same time, blood vessels in the body carry warm blood from the feathers down to the feet. These blood vessels weave around each other, so the warm blood vessels heat the cold blood vessels, transferring heat to the penguin's feet and keeping their toes warm. Let's study another example of adaptation, the polar bear. Its habitat is the Arctic region, also known as the polar region. How do polar bears adapt to their cold environment? They have white and thick fur. The white color helps them blend in with the snow and sneak up on their prey, while the thickness keeps their body warm in the cold. Now, let's compare this to a brown bear, which lives in forests. How does a brown bear adapt to its forest habitat? It has dark fur. Why? To hide among the trees from prey. Have you heard of the caracal, also known as the wild cat? The caracal lives in the desert and has sandy-colored fur. This coloration helps it blend in with the desert environment. Hiding from prey. Let me tell you about the fennec fox, which is the smallest fox in the world. It also lives in the desert and has sandy-colored fur. Again, this helps it blend in with the desert surroundings and hide from prey. Our last example in this lesson is the desert lizard. As its name suggests, it lives in the desert and has colorful scales. Why? To hide among the colorful rocks in the desert from prey. From these examples, we can see that animals adapt in many ways to hide from predators or prey. These adaptations are called camouflage. But what exactly is camouflage? It's a type of adaptation that animals use to hide from prey or predators. It's important to understand the difference between prey and predators. Prey are animals that are hunted and eaten by another animal, while predators are animals that hunt and eat other animals. Adaptation allows organisms to survive in their specific environment. Whether it's the camel's hairy skin, the palm tree's waxy leaves, or the penguin's unique circulatory system, each adaptation helps them to survive. Remember, these adaptations don't happen overnight. They occur over many generations. So, the next time you see an animal or plant, take a moment to think about its adaptations. How does its body shape, color, or behavior help it survive in its habitat? Thank you for joining me on this exploration of adaptation. I hope you've learned something new and exciting about how living things survive in their environments.